Hey guys, what's up? It's Michael here. So today I wanted to do a video on the whole Pokemon Go buddy system. What are the best buddies to have to get your candies? What are the best ways to get those candies? We got a couple different apps. So the thing about this is a lot of people have sniped Pokemon in the past, but now because of the new, this new location thing, where it tells you where you caught, so San Francisco, United States, people are getting worried that now they're tracking where the Pokemon came from, and that means you're gonna get banned or whatever, so people don't really want to snipe anymore. So, you know, how are you gonna go and get candies if you can't snipe? For example, like a Lapras, I would just snipe around the world and just get them all day long as they were there. But, you know, it's always better to take a little bit of caution because we don't really know what this means. We don't know if that actually is going to lead to a ban if you start sniping from now in the future. So for my Lapras candy, I've made my little buddy my Lapras candy. And so this video is going to be all about how to get the best and the most candy out of your buddy system. Best way to do that, best Pokemon to do it with. We're going to be showing how to get the best candy and which ones you should be going for. So here we have this website. It's rankedboost.com/Pokemon Go Buddy. I'll put the link down below, so don't worry about the website. I'll put it down there in the description. So basically, they've done the math here on, they rank them based, here's S tier, A tier, obviously S is the best. So they've ranked them here by S tier being the best, and then A tier, B tier, and so on and so forth. And it says they've done it based on two things. The first one being how rare the Pokemon is, so obviously Snorlax, Lapras, they're really rare, but on top of that they ranked it by which one is most useful, meaning which one are you most likely to use in a gym to attack or defend. So obviously Snorlax and Lapras are huge, Dragonite as well, so that's why you have the Dratini candy here, and those are your three S tier for 5 kilometer, best ones you should be doing for 5 kilometer. As you can see, other ones are like Scyther, Onix, Chansey, those are useless. You're not going to be leveling those up or using them. There's a total waste of 5 kilometer candies because none of these Pokemon are any good, and you know, if you're going to be walking 5 kilometer, you might as well be getting one of these 3. As well, if you want to do 3 and 1 kilometers, so these are based again on rarity and how much you're going to use them. These are the two they put up here, and these for 3 kilometers if you're trying to level stuff up. As you can see, all the starters are here in 3 kilometer. I recommend those. Out of all these, let's see, yeah, Pikachu 1 kilometer is A tier, so not as good as S. And then B tier, I think sadly this is just because, one, because these are super common, and Gyarados just isn't that good in the battling system, unfortunately. So I'm going to show you a couple ways to do this, and another huge tip that came from this is, I didn't know this before, but it says to make sure, where is it? I wrote it down anyway if I can't find it. Right here, max speed while traveling in a straight line, 10.5 miles per hour. So I was always wondering, you know, when you're using these apps and stuff, it says you're going too fast, you're driving, whatever, and at that point you don't get credit for walking anymore. So it doesn't matter how far you go or anything, you're not getting any credit. So 10.5 miles per hour, that seems to be as fast as you can go, which is huge because one of these things I'm going to do, we're going to set it at max speed, you know, so it's going to be great. So I'm going to show you starting from worst to best. So 2 of these that I'm going to show you both require a computer, but they're way better, and then one of them does not require a computer. You can just do it directly on your phone, but it's nowhere near as good. So, okay guys, so I went ahead and I filmed these, and then after I was done, I realized that I was not filming the screen on my phone, so if that part looks choppy, that's why. It should still make sense, but the phone screen may look choppy. Okay, here we go. So the third best one I'm going to show you here, also the worst one, also known as the worst one, other than walking around in the real world, which is the least efficient way, is the Tutu app. If you guys don't know what this is, it's an app where you can teleport around. This is what I use mostly for sniping Pokemon if I'm out somewhere, just want to do some quick sniping, but it has a tap to walk feature, and the best part about it is it's the one where you don't need a computer. So anybody can do this one, well, on iPhone. For Android, you would have to do like Fly GPS, both of which I have videos how to get them down in the description. If you don't know how, if this is your first time hearing about hacks at all, click the link in the description. This is Tutu app. If you're on Android 6.0 or better, you can use the Fly GPS one also down there. So basically this one is just, you tap to walk. Well, you want to point north, have the red arrow pointing north, and that way it goes, but you literally have to sit here and tap. You can't hold the arrows. You have to literally tap, 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 tap to go. So that's why this is the third best way. It's clearly better than, you know, walking around. If you're just sitting at home watching a movie or something, you can just tap here and just go and go and go and go. Oh, but see, it already says I'm going too fast. So even that, like, you gotta be careful. Is there, I don't think this one has, well, it has walk, run, drive, and we're on walk and it says we're going too fast. So I guess every few clicks you gotta let it go. And that's it. Even walk is too fast. Whoa, I'm hatching an egg as we speak. I did not know I'd even put one in there. Great. Anyway, this is the Tutu app. This one is the worst because you have to manually sit here and tap it. The other two I'm about to show you do it automatically. Hey, Cubone, useful, not. Alright, so walking around, just tapping, that's it. That's all there is to this one. And if you want more info on this, if you want to learn how to teleport with it, how to snipe Pokemon with it anywhere around the world, if you want to learn how to teleport onto a Dragonite's head, I've made plenty of videos on sniping that I use this app for. So that's the third best one. Now, the second best one, we are moving on, is the Pokemon Plus Plus app. This is still not the best one, and it does require a computer to get on unless you're jailbroken, but this one is amazing because if you have a computer, anybody can do it. You don't have to be jailbroken, which is what I like because I've never jailbroken. I don't know why, I just haven't, mostly because I know most people haven't. So this one, if you don't know how to get this one, I have a video also down in the description, how to get Pokemon Go Plus Plus. This is cool. You just turn on your fake location here, and if you want to use this as a regular app, you just hide the menu, and then you can just walk around and it'll work like normal. But if you want to use it for hatching things, triple tap to get this back. You go into settings, you turn on fake location, well, turn it off if you want to really walk, otherwise turn on fake location, and then the option here is this little flag that you see there on the left, and then below it you can change the walking speed. So let's change it to like 2 times. But the downside to this is I don't know how fast you can go with this. Cause you can go up to 8 times. So moving more than a few seconds will cause Pokemon to run away. So basically you get a soft ban if you run at 8 times speed is what it's saying. So well, let's try 4 times. All you do is click the flag and you'll see he's gonna just start walking around on his own. I'm not doing anything, he's walking. Let's see, yeah, so this is pretty slow, I think. No, he's going pretty quick, actually. I don't know. I guess we haven't had the you're driving thing yet, so maybe 4 times is pretty fast. I haven't experimented with this to see how long it takes you to go how many kilometers, but the way that I'm about to show you is much better because you can literally just type in the speed that you want to go. So you can put the exact max speed, and I'll show you how to do that correctly so it doesn't get flagged. So I'll show you how to use that one here in a second, but that's pretty much all there is to this. This app is also amazing. It has an IV calculator so you can see your Pokemon. You know, these are 100% perfect. I caught a couple Dratinis I've been meaning to turn into Dragonites. Maybe I'll have this one go. I need Lapras candy always. But even this is nothing compared to the third, which is actually the first best way that I'm about to show you. This is the best way. Okay, here we go. Okay guys, here we are on the absolute best way to hatch these eggs. This is the Pidgeybot, and I use this. I've made so many videos on this because I think it's so great. Oh, if you want to get this bot, I've made plenty of videos on it. There's a link down below. It says Get Pidgeybot. You just click that. You make an account in the forum, and then you'll be able to download, and you just log in with your forum account. It's just super easy, so easy to do. If you still are confused about how to do it, I have a bot playlist on my channel, and one of the first ones there is like a how to install it type of thing. The first one I did on Pidgeybot is like an in-depth how to install it, even though it's not very hard. But I'm going to show you today the best way to do the eggs. We're going to get exactly to the 10.5 mile an hour mark, but we're going to use an average. So the way this is a bot, so you don't want Niantic to be able to read that it's a bot. So basically you can make put the settings to make it look more human. Now the only concern I have with this is that you are traveling so fast. Like average human walking speed is like 3 miles an hour, so I usually run the bot at 6 kilometers-ish an hour because that's what you input it in is kilometers. But if they're willing to let you go up to 10.5 and still think that you're walking, I mean, might as well, I guess. I'm hoping that doesn't send off any flags, but I don't think it will. You know, you could be riding a bike and you put a variance in it, so it's not like you go a constant 10.5 miles an hour, it'll change. I do like to do 20% up or down, so sometimes it'll go faster, 20%, sometimes slower, and anything in between. So it looks a lot more human, so it's not just like a robot traveling 10.5 miles an hour. So I've gone ahead, let me just go ahead and do my settings. For the sake of this bot will do pretty much everything, and also there are some paid features like sniping that I've done a video on, but everything I'm using today is a free part of the bot. So I mean, you can catch Pokemon, transfer, you can do everything on this page except for auto sniping, I believe. Which auto sniping is, you just set it, say, hey, if you see a Dragonite at any point the bot's running, go and snipe it. It's that simple, so you don't even have to be here. But for the purpose of candies, we're not gonna check any of these except for walk. We might as well add eggs to the incubators. I would never run it like this because you might as well be catching Pokemon and doing everything, but I'm just gonna show you how to do the eggs, the speed to go and everything. So we're gonna go to tab settings. We are going to do our speed. Let's see, I did the math on this. The fastest way to go, so I like a speed variation of 20, and you can get up to like 16.895 kilometers per hour. That's 10 miles an hour. But I want a 20% variance, so I'm gonna go below that. So I've done the math. The fastest you can go is 14.079 kilometers per hour, and that way when you go, it goes 20% above that, you'll still be right under the 10.5 mile an hour range. So it'll go sometimes slower, sometimes faster, so it'll average around 14.079. Yeah, so it'll average around 14.079, give or take 20. That's all you really need to know about that. Since I'm not checking stops or anything, I'm not going to go through any of these other settings, but really this bot can do so many things. If you watch my other videos, I'll show you the setup that I use to go from like level 1 to 20 in 6 hours while still looking human, which is very key to this. So this is the maximum speed, and I'm just going to save these settings. Now he's just going to walk and add eggs to incubators. We could have him check Pokestops, but not in this video. Okay, so we're going to update the settings that we just did. And we're gonna update the walker. And here he goes, running around, and you can see the path. You can change his path. You can click over here and say move here, and that'll erase all the points, and then you can just start adding waypoints here, 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 wherever you wanna go. But this is just one of the default ones. He goes to all the stops. I don't have him set. Well, let's just have him check stops so you can see. But look, he's going pretty fast. And I haven't done the math on this part, so let's say he does, what did we say, 14.079 kilometers per hour divided by 5, so almost 3 candy. It's almost 3 candy per hour, which is not great, but if you have a Lapras or something, 3 candy an hour is good. That means you can evolve them once every hour because it only takes 3 candy to evolve. So you set it for 6 hours, you can level them up 6 times. That's huge for a Pokemon like a Lapras. Yeah, and if you set this to go ahead and be catching Pokemon the whole time, you'll be getting a ton of Stardust, and you'll be able to level up all those rare ones without sniping at all. And that's pretty much it, guys. You will get tons of candy this way. You see, if you could level up a Lapras once an hour and you're worried to snipe them, because the only other way is going to be you go and you snipe more Lapras, which I used to do. I don't know if I'm going to do it anymore. I think I'm going to wait and see what happens. I haven't really heard anything different as far as bans go with this update. Not at all. None of my accounts have ever been banned, so I don't know. I guess one of these days it's bound to happen. Like, I do way too many hacks to just never get banned. But, you know, I'm as safe as I can be about it. And in this, when you log in, you can even use a proxy. If you know how to do that, you can set up a proxy IP and play from there. So that's going to be it, guys. Oh, and then one last quick feature. Just because I think this is so awesome. And this one is, it costs $3 to get the sniper feature here, but you can set it in the settings to snipe something, like I said, if you're not there. But otherwise, you could go like, let's say I want to get this Ammonite. I just hit snipe. He's going to teleport there. He's getting ready. Where is he? Did he teleport yet? Yep, there he goes. He disappeared. He went to find it, going to look, encountered, and now he's back trying to catch it. So there it is, caught him, 720 CP. It's really that easy, but it's even easier if you use the auto sniping. But that's in the last video if you want to know more about that. Okay guys, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you use it, any of these really. This one's the best because you can set the speed, and that's the main thing, is getting the maximum candy. You gotta be going the maximum speed allowed. So I hope this helped you. Let me know what questions you have, what you'd like to figure out in the future. That's gonna be it, guys. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.